From CNN, I'm Fez Jamil with the 5 things you need to know for Monday, May 23rd. The White House quickly clarified an answer from President Joe Biden this morning to a journalist's question.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
You are?
That's a commitment we made.
Biden has made similar statements in the past, only to have the White House say long-standing U.S. policy had not changed toward the self-governing island. This time, the White House quickly clarified Biden's remarks, saying, quote, "As the president said, our policy has not changed. He reiterated our One China policy and our commitment to peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. He also reiterated our commitment under the Taiwan Relations Act to provide Taiwan with the military means to defend itself." Biden made the comments in Tokyo this morning during his trip to Asia, and earlier this year compared a potential invasion of Taiwan by China to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The first shipment of baby formula has arrived in the U.S. from abroad to help with the nationwide shortage. 35 tons of prescription formula from Switzerland were brought in on a U.S. military plane via Germany to Indianapolis on Sunday. But a Biden administration official says the formula won't make it to store shelves. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack says it will be given specifically to babies who can't have cow's milk and will provide enough formula for 9,000 babies and 18,000 toddlers for 1 week.
It's going to be delivered in hospitals and home health care clinics all across the country, providing support and help.
The White House says a second shipment is expected to take place in the coming days. More than 100 confirmed or suspected cases of monkeypox have been reported in 12 countries worldwide. That's according to the World Health Organization, and a U.S. health official says he expects more cases in the days ahead. Experts say the virus isn't as contagious as COVID-19, and you'd have to come into close contact with an infected person to catch it. Initial monkeypox symptoms are typically flu-like, and then a widespread rash typically appears on the face and body. A new report says that leaders of the Southern Baptist Convention mishandled allegations of sexual abuse and intimidated victims. CNN's Joe Beck has more.
The report released on Sunday was on the investigation approved last year by church members and was conducted by an independent firm, Guidepost Solutions. It said the church's executive committee was contacted by victims about child molestation and other forms of abuse committed by church employees and others, but the report says they were met with inaction. The report said survivors who reported the abuse were ignored and disbelieved. It also said church leaders resisted attempts at reform for 2 decades. In a statement, the Southern Baptist Convention said it was grieved by the findings of the investigation and says it's committed to preventing future instances of sexual abuse in churches. It added that it will, quote, remove reporting roadblocks and improve its response to reports.
Coming up, Trevor Reed speaks to CNN about being in a Russian prison for 2 years.
I'm Delian Barrows, host of Diversifying, a personal finance podcast that tackles your actual money problems. You might know Bethany Frankel from Real Housewives of New York City, but have you heard the story behind her success as an author and entrepreneur? This week on Diversifying, Bethany opens up about making business personal, the money moves that have made her millions, and how her success can be a model for all entrepreneurial dreamers. Listen to Diversifying wherever you get your podcasts.
The former Marine who spent 2 years in a Russian prison has given his first interview since returning to the U.S.
The longer that I was in there, the more dedicated I was to not allowing them to break me.
Reed was sentenced to 9 years in prison in July 2020 after being accused of endangering the life and health of Russian police officers in an altercation the previous year, which he denied. He was freed in April as part of a prisoner exchange with the U.S. Reed spoke to CNN's Jake Tapper about what it was like to finally be home.
The last couple of days it's been more real to me, but there's a time there where you just don't accept that at all, that you're back. You can't understand that you're actually free.
That's it for now, and to hear updates from CNN 5 Things as soon as they're available, check the notifications box in the Settings tab of your favorite podcast app. I'll be back with our next episode, which drops at 9 a.m. Eastern. Hey, it's Fez Jamil from CNN 5 Things. Get breaking news right to your favorite podcast app with CNN's Breaking News Alerts. In 1 minute or less, you'll get the details of what's making headlines in the US and around the world. Find CNN Breaking News Alerts wherever you get your podcasts.